This is a presentation of Magnitude Sports. Cameras are ready. The headset is on. It's game time.
All right, welcome. West Fargo Sheyenne High School here in Southwest Fargo. It's the Jamestown Blue Jays. Cross-conference matchup here between the Blue Jays and the Sheyenne Mustangs. We'll go through the starting lineups here in a moment as they just finished up, wrapping up the starters for Jamestown. And now their starters for the Sheyenne Mustangs.
Batting third and playing third base, number 15, Matty Bucher.
Blue Jays only with 5 losses, and all 5 of them to top-rated teams in the WDA, including Bismarck Century and Dickinson. They were swept in doubleheaders by both of those teams. Otherwise, they have been a pretty dominant force over on the west side of the state, and not a concern at all that this team just might be in the state tournament in this coming June. So.
McKenna Alexander. And the catcher, batting ninth, number 21, Kayla Saylor.
And the Mustangs, a pretty similar team. They've been dominant on most of their opponents, losing to a couple of well-talented teams. Kind of the same scenario that Jamestown has. So you got 2 teams here that are pretty much equally matched, you could say. So we'll have to see how this one turns out. We'll be taking a break here shortly for the national anthem, and then we'll come back and we'll go through the 2 lineups here for the Blue Jays and the Mustangs when we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
For West Fargo Athletics.
All right, welcome back. We're getting ready for high school softball here between the West Fargo Sheyenne Mustangs and the Jamestown Blue Jays. We also have the Mustangs and the Grand Forks Central Night soccer matchup that was originally scheduled for 7 p.m. They moved it ahead to 6 p.m. and canceled the JV game. That game is live right now, but it's also not live. They're under a delay right now. And we don't expect any similar delays here. We'll tell you more about that in the near future if things develop. But
With that in mind, starting in the circle there, warming up, pitching is the sophomore Kyra Narum. Behind the plate, catching is the senior Kayla Saylor, and then around the bases you have Lexi Burke at first, Kate Geisler at second, McKenna Alexander the shortstop, Maddie Buchert at third, Zaria Anderson in left field, Morgan Haugen in right field, and Caitlin Cease in straightaway center field. And then the Jamestown Blue Jays will bat like this. Batting first is the senior right fielder, Maren Rasmussen. Batting second is the junior left fielder, Alyssa Ganji. Batting third is the senior shortstop, Ella Roldson. Batting fourth will be the junior catcher, Jenna Fisher. Batting fifth will be the sophomore first baseman, Caitlin Falk. Batting sixth will be the starting pitcher, and it'll be the first of, let me think here, 3, 4, will be the first of 5 times that we see Peyton Gall. She is one of the 26 players who have been selected to the North Dakota Softball All-Stars West team. And then you got Sedona Couts, the senior third baseman, batting 7th. I was told that we'll refer to her as Sid moving forward. Batting 8th, the designated hitter, sophomore Riley Joseph. Batting 9th is the center fielder, the senior McKenna Jackson. And then not batting, playing flex and over at second base is the senior Addie Dowdy. So that will get us to the first inning of play here. And Maren Rasmussen will step up to the plate here for the Blue Jays to lead things off. The pitch will float outside for a strike. 0-1, first pitch comes across the plate at 6:20 p.m. And that will officially start our time of game clock. That one popped up, fouled away, strike 2. That one will miss for a ball, and it's 1-2. Current temperature here in West Fargo is 66 degrees under a partly cloudy sky. We do have a chance for some thunder showers coming up here in the 7 p.m. hour. And that is strikeout number 1 for Kyra Narum.
Left fielder number 6, Alyssa Ganji.
Moving ahead into 8 and beyond, it should be partly cloudy to mostly cloudy. Sunset scheduled for 8:55 tonight. We'll be out of here before then. At least we think we will be. That one pops straight up and over the broadcast booth for a strike, and it's 1-1. 0-1, excuse me. I forgot to remove the ball from the last batter there. Alyssa Ganji is the batter. Here's the pitch from Narum. That one will just, no, it did catch the edge, okay? 0-2 the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Ella Roldson, the senior, is on deck for the Blue Jays, and Narum will get the signal, wind up, and deliver the 0-2. That one over the head of Geisler into the gap in right center. That's good for a base hit and a single. Puts a runner on first and brings up the senior Ella Roldson.
Brings up the shortstop, number 10, Ella Roldson.
So our first hit of the game comes about 2 minutes into the ball game, and once again, Ella Roldson will step up to the plate here. Jenna Fisher will be on deck if no double plays happen. We'll see her next. First pitch a little high for ball 1 to Roldson. Whether you're tuning in as a Mustang fan or a Blue Jay fan, we certainly appreciate you tuning in. We hope that you enjoy the broadcast today. Broadcast coverage brought to you by I'm thinking of my Minnesota sponsors here, but the Cheyenne Booster Club alongside Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union, and our friend Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic, and Go Promo in West Fargo, all making these broadcasts possible. Generous support is much appreciated. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on, and the 1-1 and a swing and a miss for strike 2. Ten pitches for Narum now, 8 strikes, 2 balls. Once again, a strike is anything that's not a ball. A hit, home run, fouled away pitch, swing and a miss. It all goes into the books as a strike. And the 1-2. That one fouled away, and it'll remain 1-2. Once again, around the bases here for the Mustangs. Lexi Burke, the senior, at first. Kate Geisler, the freshman, at second. McKenna Alexander, the freshman, at the shortstop position. And Maddie Buchert, the senior, at third. Kyra Narum is a sophomore pitcher, and then the senior Kayla Saylor is catching behind the plate. And the outfield here after the 1-2 pitch here to Ella Roldson, the batter. Wind up in the delivery, and that one is smacked and foul. So remain 1-2 one more time here. And 1-2, number 3 or 4 is also fouled away here. So a fouled away pitch, a ball and a strike made the count 1-2, and then 3 more fouled away pitches after that. And this will be pitch number 7 of the at-bat here for Ella Roldson. Once again, on deck is Jenna Fisher. The runner on base is Alyssa Ganji, the junior, on first for the Blue Jays. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and it's been that way for 3 pitches. And 1-2 is outside to level the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We also have some Mustangs who will be on the North Dakota Softball All-Star roster. One including Maddie Buchert playing at third base right now. We'll see her on the East squad for the All-Stars. And Peyton Gall, the starting pitcher for the Blue Jays, will be one of the players, one of 2 Jamestown players appearing on the West All-Star roster. Check out who's all on the roster at ndsballstars.com. And it's a full count at 3-2. And a walk. I'll put runners on first and second.
Jamestown catcher number 4, Jenna Fisher.
So bring up Jenna Fisher. She's a junior this year for Jamestown. 1 out, 2 runners on, and the pitch in for a strike. Maybe. No, it looked to drop below the knees there, and it's 1-0. A little bit of a gust out there, but nothing that we're concerned about at this point in time. 1 ball and no strikes to Jenna Fisher. The windup in the delivery, and that one's popped up to even up the count at a ball and a strike, 1-1. Top of the first. And 1 out with 2 runners on. Alyssa Ganji, a runner on second. Ella Roldson, the runner on first for the Blue Jays. Narum will set, lean in and deliver, and that one right into the glove of Buchert at third. The throw out to second will bounce into the sand and into right field. Rounding third is Alyssa Ganji to score, and the Blue Jays have a 1-0 lead. So going to the books as a hit and an error, as Fisher will get on via a fielder's choice. And then the throw up to second will result in the error. And it is now 1-0 with runners on first and third.
Now batting for Jamestown, the first baseman, number 5, Katie Falk.
Sophomore Katie Falk into the batter's box here for Jamestown with runners on the corners and a 1-ball, no strike count. 19 pitches for Narum. This will be pitch number 20 according to my numbers unofficially. And the windup and the delivery of the 1-0 is right down the middle. Caught the outside edge of the plate for a strike. And it's 1-2. So the Blue Jays score on an or I should say the better word, the Mustangs allow a run on an error. And that one smacked to right field and foul. And the 1-2 fouled directly back into the netting, and it'll remain 1-2. 7 balls and 16 strikes on 23 pitches for Narum. Once again, runners on the corners. You got Rolson on third and Fisher on first for the Blue Jays. In the outfield for the Mustangs, Zarya Anderson in left, Morgan Haugen in right, Caitlin Cease in center. The windup and the delivery from Narum, and that one's popped away and fouled once again, and it'll remain 1-2. So Jamestown bats keeping the Jamestown batters in the batter's box. Try and say that 3 times fast, as we had 2 or 3 batters now foul off many pitches on a 1-2 count. Here's the next 1-2 pitch. Hit high to left. That one might be gone. And there's no doubt about it. That thing was off the bat and gone and out of here. It is a 3-run home run for Caitlin Falk. And the Blue Jays have taken a 4-0 lead. As soon as you heard the crack of the bat, you knew that one was out here.
Clears the bases and brings up the pitcher, number 7, Peyton Gall.
So here's one of the North Dakota Softball All-Stars West roster players, Peyton Gall. And that pitch comes inside for ball 1 to Gall. Once again, we'll have coverage of the North Dakota Softball All-Star Series on June 7th, games 1 and 2 from Starting Bank Field, in Bismarck on the campus of Legacy High School. And then we'll be back in Castleton on June 8th for game 3 and the skills competition. It'll all be live here on Magnitude Sports. 2 balls and no strikes now here to Peyton Gall. 4-0 lead. 3 of those off the bat of Caitlin Falk on a deep hit to left field. Swing and a miss for a strike. 2-1. Got a piece of that one. Fouled away for 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a strikeout, got her looking. I'll put 2 outs on the board, and that will bring up the next batter. Here's Sid Couts.
Sid Couts.
One ball, no strike here to Couts, who is a senior this year for the Blue Jays. Two and out. And the pitch will miss for a ball, 3-0. We saw the other all-star for Jamestown back at the number 3 spot in the batting lineup. That was Ella Roldson. So Roldson and Gall, your 2 all-stars from Jamestown. Here's the 3-0 inside, and that will be they'll catch the edge for a strike, 3-1. Any further inside, and she would have been on first base. That one will hit the other side of the plate for strike 2. So she crawls her way out of a 3-0 hole against Couts here, and now it's a full count and a payoff pitch on the horizon here. And the 3-2 is fouled on the first baseline. So remain full count pitch number 2 coming up here from Kyra Narum. And the windup and payoff number 2, and that one is also fouled away. This time, this one significantly out of play. And outside for a walk. Puts a runner on and brings up the next batter here, Riley Joseph, a sophomore.
Number 12, Riley Joseph.
So runner on with 2 outs. And Riley Joseph, the batter. First pitch outside and dropped. Saylor maybe had her right eye towards first base there, and as a result, wasn't able to keep the pitch in her glove. 1 ball, no strikes, the count here to Joseph. You can see the wind kind of gusting there on some of the players' jerseys, more specifically the umpire. One ball and 1 strike, the count now here to Joseph. And the pitch. Swing and a drop strike for strike 2, 1-2. And the 1-2 is outside and dropped, and now Couts will take off for second. The throw will not be in time. Levels the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes as Couts moves into second base. And that one outside, and a wild pitch up high will advance Counts up to third. And that'll make it a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes here for Riley Joseph. And that will be ball 4. That puts runners on the corners. And last time Jamestown had runners on the corners, we had a 3-run homer go over the left field wall. We'll see if something similar happens this time around with the senior McKenna Jackson. Jackson representing batter number 9 in the lineup here, and we're still in the top of the first, so we'll get back to the top of the batting lineup here if Jackson can get on base. And that pitch will miss for a ball, 1-0. And that one comes inside, curved over the edge for a strike to level things up at 1 apiece. So 46 pitches now from Narum here in the first inning. The record is 50. I know, and that was a West Fargo versus Fargo North softball game that we had that record set. And I'm not sure if we keep track of that particular stat on our website or not. It's just one that sticks out in my memory. So 1 ball and 2 strikes here to McKenna Jackson. And the pitch, and that one fouled away off the third baseline. It'll remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one will hit her, and that'll load the bases. So Jackson reaches base via a hit by a pitch, and that brings us back to the top of the order with Maren Rasmussen, the senior. With Alyssa Ganji on deck, and now the Mustangs are going to talk things over here in the circle. See what they can do to get out of this bases loaded jam here. It's been a rough first inning here for the Mustangs. 3 of the 4 runs off the bat. Let me pull up my scorecard here because I'm drawing a blank on the name at the moment, but Caitlin Falk with a 3-run homer to put the Blue Jays up 4-0. Falk representing batter number 5 in the lineup. Now we're back to the top of the order with Maren Rasmussen. And the windup in the pitch, and a little high for ball 1. Rasmussen struck out swinging last time she was at the plate. And Narum has gotten Rasmussen and Peyton Gall on strikeouts. Every other batter has reached base in one fashion or another. That one nearly hit her and brought in another run as Rasmussen had to spin to her left to avoid that one. 2 balls and no strikes, the count. And that one will miss low to the outside for ball 3. So a 3-0 hole here for Narum, and she has to be careful here. Otherwise, it'll be 5-0 if she can't get a strike in here. Rasmussen will more than likely take this pitch, regardless if it's a strike or a ball. And that one will indeed come in for a strike. Right at knee level over the outside edge of the plate, 3-1. And that one hit up high, left field. And it is a grand slam. It is a bases-clearing grand slam for Maren Rasmussen. And the Blue Jays are up 8-0 here in the top of the first. Well, you're worried about 1 run coming in on a walk, and I don't think anybody expected that one. Maren Rasmussen with a grand slam to left field to clear the bases. So Alyssa Ganji steps up to the plate now. The Blue Jays have 3 hits, and 2 of those hits have scored 7 of the 8 runs on home runs, a 3-run homer and a grand slam over the left field fence. Pitch will float outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes now here to Alyssa Ganji. 1 for 1 with a single as she would fire one just over a jumping Kate Geisler at second on her last trip around the plate here, or through the lineup, I should say. 2 balls and no strikes. And now bunt. That'll be dropped into the batter's box, and it'll be fair. So that'll be the 4th hit of the game.
The shortstop, Ella Roldson.
So runner on first now, and Ella Roldson, your other all-star, batting for the 2nd time here in the 1st inning. Takes the first pitch low below the knees for a ball right down the middle of the plate. It's 1-0. And that one will hit the umpire's left leg and ricochet into center field. Heading into third is Ganji, and she'll be safe. Hopefully that umpire bruise on his leg won't be too big. We'll go ahead and give them a hit on that one. There's no way to apply an error to that, and we might have a pitching change here, as this is the 3rd trip to the circle here in this inning.
We ask that you please return all foul balls to the Cheyenne dugout area, or you can bring to the concession stand. The Cheyenne coaches and players thank you in advance for your assistance. To assist in keeping our complex clean, we ask that all sunflower seed shells be placed in a receptacle and thrown away rather than being discarded in the bleachers. Cups are available in the concession building.
All 8 of the runs have scored with 2 outs on the board here, and we do have a new pitcher, and so we'll take a timeout, and we'll come back here in just a moment on Magnitude Sports.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
All right, welcome back. It's 8-0 here with 2 away in the top of the 1st, and we have a pitching change. Lexi Burke will come into the circle from first base. And Kyra Narum will go over to first, and Narum will get the 3rd out. And
now pitching for Cheyenne.
Poetic
Alexis
justice
Burke.
there, I guess you could
Narum
say, as
moves to
Narum gets 2 strikeouts and then catches a foul ball into first base territory to end the inning. So a rough one to start off the game here for the Mustangs, as the Blue Jays get 8 runs on 5 hits. They leave 2 stranded on base on 1 Mustangs error. And they went through a total
on the top of the first,
9.
They score 8 runs on 5 hits. There was 1 Cheyenne
13
error.
batters in that top half of the 1st inning. We'll take another timeout. Be back with the bottom of the 1st right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Thanks. The first baseman, number 3, Kyra Narum.
All right, bottom of the 1st, 8-0 Jamestown. A 3-run homer by Caitlin Falk and a grand slam by Marin Rasmussen account for 7 of the 8 runs scored in the top half of the 1st. First inning of play took 27 minutes, and Kyra Narum tossed a total of 57 pitches in that first inning. As we go to the bottom of the first now, and it's 1 ball and no strike to Kyra Narum, the batter. Narum with a few hits to left field, 1 to center, a couple of pop-outs to center, and an infield pop-out. 2 balls and no strikes, the count now here to Kyra Narum. Peyton Gall is your starting pitcher in the circle. She is going to be on the India Softball All-Stars roster, and drifting back to make the grab there is Alyssa Ganji in left field for out number 1. So Narum will fly out to left, and that'll bring up Lexi Burke.
Alexis Burke.
Kyra Narum just having a bad day today. She's usually a phenomenal pitcher, and just had one of those off innings, and coach had to make a change. Otherwise, we might still be in the top of the first. So I'm sure coach and her teammates will tell her to shake that one off here, as the Mustangs have built themselves an uphill climb here if they want to get back into this one. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. I believe it's 1 ball and 1 strike. See if the official will give us some confirmation here. It's 2-1. That's what I have. That's okay. 2-1. We'll pop up there. Peyton Gall will make the grab, and that's out number 2. So on a 2-1 count, Lexi Burke will pop out to Gall, and that brings up Maddie Buchert. Maddie Buchert sat down with us this about a week ago to tell us her plans on college, and we learned a few things about her. You can catch that video on our YouTube channel. Over 700 of you already have watched that video, but if you're not one of the 700, then we encourage you to go take a peek at it. 0-1 here to Maddie Buchert. Once again, likes to go to left field, and that's where she went this time too. She'll find the gap. It'll go all the way to the wall, and Buchert's going to try and race into second, and she will do so on a stand-up double to left field.
Stand-up double by Buchert brings up the second baseman, Kate Geisler.
So now Kate Geisler will step up to the plate as the Mustangs get a runner in scoring position, and we'll see if Geisler can knock her in. Caitlin Cease is on deck, 2 away. Once again, Jamestown scored all 8 of their runs with 2 outs on the board. And Kyra Narum struck out 2 and then moved over to first base and caught a fouled away pitch for out number 3 to end the top half of the first. And that one will also go to the wall and nearly bounced over. Bucher will score from second, and the Mustangs are on the board.
RBI double by Geisler brings up the center fielder, Caitlin Cease.
You know how that goes. You can drop them.
So there's now 8-2. Oh no, check that. It's 8-1, excuse me. I'm getting a run ahead of myself here. And this is Caitlin Cease, the batter. Runner on second is Geisler. Caitlin Cease, no balls and 2 strikes. Peyton Gall winds up, delivers right down the middle for a strikeout, and that will end the inning. And they will leave Geisler stranded on second. So 1 run on 2 hits, no Jamestown errors, and they leave 1 stranded on base. And we move to the top of the second after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
For the Mustangs in the bottom half of the
Go Promo is your go-to for custom apparel, screen printing, embroidery, and hundreds of other promotional products. Put your company logo on a t-shirt, jacket, calendar, mouse pad, pen, or even a backdrop display for an upcoming event. Possibilities are absolutely endless at justgopromo.com. You can also easily set up an online apparel store for your sports team or business. Email or call Twyla, and she'll set up the store, set up collection for online payments, and even deliver your products packaged and ready to go. Email her today, Twyla@justgopromo.com, or call 388-4852. Go Promo. Consider it branded.
All right, welcome back. Top of the second, 8-1. The Blue Jays have the lead, and leading things off here is Caitlin Falk. She hit a 3-run homer last time she was at the plate. Blue Jays went through 13 batters in the top half of the first, and this is batter 14. To start off the bottom or the top of the second. Caitlin Falk, a sophomore for the Blue Jays this year, and the windup and the delivery from Burke is over the inside edge, for a strike. 0-1 the count now here to Caitlin Falk. Once again, she homered left field, and there was no doubt about that one. That one came right off the bat and was gone instantly. And that one would have been gone instantly too had it stayed fair. But it'll be fouled away for a strike, and it's 0-2. Certainly has some pop in her swing there. She's proven that here in 2 innings of play. And that one will be fouled away and will remain 0-2. Once again, Sheyenne fans, we have your girls soccer game against Grand Forks Central on Magnitude. It was under a delay. I believe that delay is now over. So that one should be underway here early in the first half. I'll try and check in on it if we have an opportunity to do so, as that one's fouled away. And it'll remain 1-2 once again. And that one line drive and ricocheted off the glove of Burke. Geisler picks it up and throws it over to Narum for the stretch and the 4-3 out. And that's out number 1 on a ground out by Falk. And that'll bring up Peyton Gall, the pitcher.
The pitcher, number 7, Peyton Gall.
All right, P, here we go, P.
Wind up, and Gall will smack that one up. It'll drift foul. Can they make a play on it? Made the diving attempt with Zaria Anderson, but just couldn't quite make the snag, and needed about an extra step on the run there to get there in time, but the ball would drop, and that'll go into the books as strike 1 to Peyton Gall. No runners on and 1 away. And the 0-1. That one's also fouled away, 0-2.
Go, Peyton.
And that one, a one-hopper right back to Burke. She'll fire it over to Narum, and a 1-3 for out number 2. And that'll bring up Sid Counts.
13, Sid Counts.
And that pitch, nicely thrown. Nice delivery there by Burke. Comes in for strike 1. Sid Counts, the batter. Riley Joseph is on deck here for the Blue Jays. And the 0-1 delivery. And that one fouled away, 0-2. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union, Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic, and the 0-2 delivery is up high for a ball, 1-2. Go Promo, as well as Essentia Health and the Sheyenne Boosters. And the 1-2 delivery, and that one smacked right back to Burke, and another 1-3 over to Narrow. So a little bit better ending this time around for the Mustangs, and that will do it here for the top half of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on, and to the bottom of 2 we go. And it will be batters 6, 7, and 8. Zaria Anderson, Morgan Haugen, and McKenna Alexander when we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. what impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
All right, welcome back. Zaria Anderson will step into the batter's box as we start the bottom half of inning number 2 here. Peyton Gall with 11 pitches. That was pitch number 12. Foul tip for a strike, 0-1. On 12 pitches, 10 strikes and 2 balls. And make that 11 strikes and 2 balls is another foul tip for strike 2. And the 0-2 catches the edge for a strikeout. Anderson goes down window shopping, and that brings up Morgan Haugen. Haugen deep hit to right, 2 hits to center, 2 hits to left. An equal opportunity outfield hitter here, Morgan Haugen, the senior. And that one, did it hit her? No, it just missed her. Not sure how she got out of the way of that one, but it's ball 1. And that pitch will come in for strike 1. Level things up at a ball and a strike. 39 minutes into the ball game. 27 of those 39 were spent in the top half of the first. Since then, we've been cruising along here as this one's fouled away for strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 delivery from Gall. Line foul down the third baseline, or remain 1-2. And up high, and that one will get away off the top of the glove there of the catcher, Jenna Fisher. I feel like we haven't had a chance to go around the bases here for Jamestown, so let's do that. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch is in for a strikeout. A delayed strikeout call there, and Haugen goes down looking. Caitlin Falk, the sophomore at first.
Number 7, McKenna Alexander.
Addie Dowdy, the senior at second. Ella Roltson, the senior shortstop, and Sid Counts, the senior third baseman. Jenna Fisher, the junior catcher. Peyton Gall, the senior pitcher, throws in a ball, 1-0. In the outfield for the Blue Jays, Alyssa Ganji, the junior in left. Maren Rasmussen, the senior in right. And McKenna Jackson, a senior in straightaway center. 2 balls and no strikes now here to McKenna Alexander. And the 2-0 is up high for 3 balls and no strikes. I think this might be the first 3-0 count of the game here for Peyton Gall. And you think, well, it's the bottom of the second. If you're just joining us, it's we've been 41 minutes into this game, so it's been a while. Usually when I look at my pitch stats,
number 21, Kayla Saylor.
It will equal up with the time of game. Usually I could say, like, pitcher's thrown 21 pitches and we're 21 minutes into the game, but in this case it's 21 pitches, 42 minutes into the game here for Peyton Gall. McKenna Alexander, the batter, in for a strike, 0-1. Runner on first there, or check that, Kayla Saylor, the batter. Runner on first is McKenna Alexander. And Saylor will not quite ground that one out into right. Dowdy will pick it up, swing it to foul to end the inning. So no runs. They get 1 hit, and they leave 1 on base here in the bottom half of the second. We'll be back here at the top of the third right after this on Magnitude.
It was like you can't even describe it. Like I always tell people who don't have kids, It's like your heart running outside of your body. It's just incredible. Like, you made this little human, and you do everything you can to protect them.
All right, welcome back. Top of the third, just ahead here. Lexi Burke taking some final warm-up pitches here before she'll face Riley Joseph. Blue Jays up 8-1, scoring all 8 of those in the top of the first inning. 7 of the 8 on a 3-run homer and a grand slam.
Number 12, Riley Joseph.
So 7 of the 8 runs coming off 2 of the 5 hits. As we move to the top of the third. Once again, Riley Joseph 0 for 0 walked last time she was at the plate. This pitch will hit the outside edge for a strike, 0-1. McKenna Jackson and Maren Rasmussen, we'll see those 3 this inning. It's batters 8, 9, and 1 for the Blue Jays here in the third. Low to the inside, level the count of the ball and a strike, 1-1. And the 1-1 delivery. And that will float inside for ball 2. And the 2-1. And that one hit up high and fouled away. Two balls and 2 strikes. And that one is also popped up, and this one will drop out of play as well and will remain 2-2. And now a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Update from girls soccer, about 10 minutes to go in the first half, and the game is tied up 1-1 between the Mustangs and the Grand Forks Central Knights, as that one's fouled away and will remain 3-2. Keep you updated on that game as the updates continue to come into us. Full count here to Riley Joseph. Walked last time, and she'll strike out this time.
Center fielder, McKenna Jackson.
Took a curveball in and got her looking. This is McKenna Jackson now. Curveball outside caught the corner for a strike. 0-1. McKenna Jackson reached base via hit by a pitch last time she was at the plate. And that one is up high for a ball. 1-1 the count. We return to the top of the order here with Maren Rasmussen, who's on deck, assuming that. No, there's no. I was gonna say assuming no double plays happen, but then I remembered that nobody was on base. So we'll see Rasmussen for sure. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to McKenna Jackson. And the 1-2 line drive right into the glove of Alexander at short for out number 2. And now bring up Maren Rasmussen. Who
Right fielder Maren Rasmussen.
Hit the grand slam to give the Blue Jays the 8-0 lead in the top of the first. And this one will miss outside for a ball, and it's 1-0. Once again, no runners on. If Rasmussen can get on base, we'll see Alyssa Ganji next. And that one's popped up, and it's heading foul, and it's heading... Did she make the grab? It was just out of my view. No, she did not. It dropped down, so that black post there blocking my view. So a drop for a strike, and it's 1-1. And that one comes in low for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Rasmussen, who homered to left on a grand slam her last at bat. And the 2-1 delivery. Caught the edge, 2-2. A little bit wider strike zone than I'm used to here today at West Fargo Sheyenne High School. But that's okay. And a little chopper goes back to Burke. She'll turn, twist, fire it over to Narum, and it's a 1-3 to end the top half of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And we go to the bottom of 3 now after the ground out. And due up here for the Mustangs is the top of the order, 1, 2, and 3. Narum, Burke, and Bucher when we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Top of the order due up for Sheyenne.
In this place, we face obstacles like nowhere else. The clock, the trail, the hill, the challenge that's always waiting. When that challenge comes, we'll meet it together. Because this, it's your chance to show what you're made of. Tenacity, resilience, and the power to prove that the toughest competition comes from within. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
All right, welcome back. 49 minutes into the ball game, and we are heading into the bottom of the third. We still have not matched the time of the top of the first, which was 27 minutes. So once we get to 53, that would equal the amount of time that we played in the first versus the rest of this. Bottom of the third now. Pitch comes in for a strike, 0-1. Narum flied out to Ganji in left field last time she was at the plate. And the 0-1, and this one a little hopper towards Roldson at short. She'll fire it over to Falk at first for the 6-3, and that's one away.
The pitcher, number 8, Alexis Burke.
Lexi Burke popped out to the pitcher last time she was at the plate. That one fouled away. Take away the first inning, we have a 0-0 ball game here. It's we'll have to see if what happens here over the next 4 innings of play. This one grounded and a roll foul over the third baseline. That'll be quickly a 2-strike count here for Burke. 1 ball and 2 strikes officially. And that one popped up and fouled away, and there'll be 1 ball and 2.5 strikes. Just kidding. Remain 1 and 2. 1 away, no runners on. Burke the batter, and the pitch outside for a ball. Levels the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Caitlin Falk at first, Addison Dowdy at second, Ella Roldson at shortstop, Sid Couts at third, Jenna Fisher catching, and Peyton Gall pitching as the pitch misses for a ball, and it's a full count at 3-2. In the outfield for Jamestown, Melissa Ganji in left, Maren Rasmussen in right, McKenna Jackson in center, and that one's fouled away. And it'll remain a 3-2 count. This is the 8th pitch of the at-bat here for Lexi Burke. Once again, she flied out, a little pop out to the Peyton Gall, the pitcher, on her last at-bat. Payoff number 2, and this will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat here for Lexi Burke. Swing and a miss, got her. One of the longer at-bats this season for Sheyenne.
Third baseman, Maddie Bucher.
That brings up Maddie Bucher, the third baseman, who doubled on a hit that reached the wall and left. Matter of fact, it took a weird bounce and almost resulted in a ground rule double, but was able to stay in the park. Pitch will come up high for a ball. And Maddie Bucher accounts for the 1 run on the scoreboard here for the Mustangs as she scored on an RBI double by Kate Geisler, who is on deck right now here for Sheyenne. 1-1 the count. And the 1-1 pitch is up high for ball 2. So 39 pitches now for Gall. The next one will be pitch 40, 27 strikes and 12 balls on 39 pitches. And the 2-1, pitch 40 up high outside for a ball, and it's 3-1. So 13 balls, 27 strikes on 40 pitches here for Peyton Gall. That one inside, and that one, ball 4 or it hit her either way, she's on base.
Second baseman, number 4, Kate Geisler.
So the Mustangs have a two-out base runner on first, Maddie Buchert. Now Kate Geisler, RBI double to left, and she went to left this time, but it drifted foul. And that one comes outside.
Good variety, Peyton.
1-1 the count. Once again, the batter is Kate Geisler. Two-out base runner on first for the Mustangs is Buchert. Fouled away for strike 2. And the 1-2 popped up, and nope, that'll be out of play. I believe that might be Mr. Burke who made the catch. I'm not exactly sure. Couldn't quite tell on the far away without zooming in on the camera. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Today's broadcast powered by Burke Eye Accessories. And that's an inside joke there for Mustang fans. This one will find its way into left field. It'll be good for a single to push Buchert up to second.
Single by Geisler. Advances Buchert and brings up center fielder Caitlin Cease.
So single to left pushes Buchert up to second. Now Caitlin Cease struck out window shopping last time she was at the plate. And she'll face pitch 47 here from Peyton Gall. 2 runners on, and now the runners will advance. First and second to second and third. And the pitch comes across for ball 1. So a base hit here could potentially make it 8-3, and that'd be much needed here for the Mustangs if Cease can get a good look at a pitch here. 2 balls and no strikes to Caitlin Cease. So at the moment, she's sitting in a good position here on the ball strike count. That one was waiting for the delayed strike call because it was normally a little bit bigger strike zone in the first couple innings. It might have narrowed in the third inning here, and that one fouled away for a strike. And it's now 3 balls and see if I can keep track of everything here. 3 balls and 1 strike. And the 3-1 swung on, a little pop up there, and Rolson will make the grab, and the Mustangs will strand 2 in scoring position as we end the third. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 2 on base here in the bottom of the third, and the top of the 4th next here on Magnitude.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. GoPromo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, Just Go Promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
All right, welcome back. Batters 2, 3, and 4 for Jamestown here in the top of the fourth. Alyssa Ganji, Ella Olson, and Jenna Fisher. Lexi Burke will toss pitch 28 here for the Mustangs. Alyssa Ganji 2 for 2 with 2 singles, both of them in the top of the first, so she would bat twice in the top of the first inning. The first one went in a little blooper over the head of Geisler into shallow right center. And then the second single was a little strange hit that landed in front of the batter's box that we assumed was going to be foul, and the official called it fair. So 1 ball, no strike, the count now here to Ganji, who's once again 2 for 2 with those 2 singles that I just described to you. 1-0 delivery, and that one line to third, and it's going to be foul or fair? It's going to be foul, okay? 1-1. And the 1-1 this time is fouled down the first baseline instead of the third baseline, and it's 1-2. Ella Rolson, one of the 2 Jamestown Blue Jays, who'll be on the North Dakota Softball All-Stars West roster in this June 7th and 8th, is on deck. Nobody out, no runners on, and the 1-2. And that one fouled away and had just a little bit more elevation. We may have had a broken window in the press box here. So remain 1-2. 8 runs on 5 hits and 1 run on 3 hits, accordingly, respectively, I should say, for the Blue Jays and the Mustangs. That one's fouled away as we hit the 1 hour mark of the ball game
now
here in the top
for
of the
West
fourth.
Fargo, number 20, Addie Rolstad.
And that one going high center field, backpedaling and over the wall. It's a solo shot for Ella Rolson. I checked that. I got a batter ahead of myself here. Alyssa Ganji. A solo shot for Alyssa Ganji to make it 9-1. That's the 3rd home run of the game here for the Blue Jays.
Home
and
run
now
by Ganji brings up the
Ella
shortstop.
Rolson.
Ella Rolson
Steps into the batter's box. That one popped up. Drifting foul, and it will land for a strike out in left field. 0-1. Rolson, a walk and a single. The single went to right center field. And that one popped up. And drifting back into left field there is Anderson, and she'll make the grab. That's out number 1.
The catcher, Jenna Fisher.
So fly out to left brings up Jenna Fisher. And Fisher will pop that one up. And that one is out of play. So it's 0-1 now here to Jenna Fisher. 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice, and then a fly out to Kyra Narum at first to end the top of the first inning. And this one will find its way into left field. A couple hops into the glove of Anderson. Good for a single and the 6th hit of the game here for the Blue Jays. Check that, the 7th hit of the game, excuse me. The home run to center field was the 6th hit, and I just forgot to record it. So 7 hits. As Fisher will reach on a single. That brings up Caitlin Falk, who hit a 3-run homer earlier this game. And that pitch will come in for a strike, and it's 0-1. That 3-run homer by Falk put the Blue Jays up 4-0 in the top half of the first. And another strike here, so it's 0-2 now to Caitlin Falk. Runner on first is Jenna Fisher. Wind up in the 0-2 delivery, up high for a ball. 1-2. And Caitlin Falk will foul that one away, and it will remain 1-2. I've heard a lot of chants from dugouts, but that was a unique one. I don't know if you were paying attention, but I was, so I like that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, runner on first, Jenna Fisher. Caitlin Falk, the batter, a home run and a ground out. And this one fouled away, will remain 1-2. Things may seem calm now, but with any swing of the bat, that could be out of here with Caitlin Falk's proven that on a couple occasions there. Or a swing of the bat could be a strikeout too, and Lexi Burke gets another K into the stat book for her, and that brings up the pitcher versus pitcher battle. Burke versus Gall. Gall, strikeout swinging and a ground out. And this one popped up, fouled away, strike 1.
See that silver pickup out there? Yeah. 1 bounce.
That one will just miss, so I'll even up the count at 1-1. Two balls and a strike on the pitch. And a little liner out into right field. So Peyton Gall will single out into right, pushing Jenna Fisher up to second. That brings up Sid Counts. Walking a ground out to Counts.
Now batting for Jamestown, Sid Counts.
They are at halftime at the girls' soccer game. Mustangs and the Grand Forks Central Knights still tied at 1. So that's the latest update from there. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Sid Counts. Walking a ground out, 2 runners on. Jenna Fisher on second, Peyton Gall on first, and the pitch comes in low for a ball, and it's 2-1. On deck is Riley Joseph for the Blue Jays. Three and 1. 3 balls and a strike, 2 runners on, 2 outs. Blue Jays have gotten 1 run in this inning, courtesy of a center field home run, solo shot, and that one's going to right field, and maybe making a play on it there is Morgan Haugen. That will retire the Blue Jays here in the top of the 4th. So they get a run on 2 hits, and they leave 2 on base, and no errors for the Mustangs here in the top half of the 4th. And to the bottom of the 4th we go right after this on Magnitude.
Davies working left to right. They set up Van Dam with the 2-hand slam off the alley-oop. Give the
the assist to Cole Haynes.
Did you miss any part of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Magnitude's DVR feature puts instant replay instantly into your hands. Revisit a big player score, watch a delayed version of this game, and then click live at any time to return to the live broadcast. Now you don't have to miss the game-winning buzzer beater, your son's 79-yard touchdown run, or your daughter's set-sealing ace serve. Thanks for watching Magnitude Sports.
Outside Satter. Step back 3, number 12. He got it! 7 in the first half and 5 so far here in the second half.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, and that'll be a direct ground out to first to lead off the bottom of the fourth here for Zaria Anderson, who was 0 for 1 with a strikeout, now 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out.
Sheyenne right fielder, Morgan Haugen.
Come on, Morgan.
And that brings up Morgan Haugen. So an unassisted ground out to first, and Morgan Haugen struck out window shopping last time she was at the plate. Swinging on a pass ball and a strike, 0-1. That one will hit the corner for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes here to Morgan Haugen. McKenna Alexander on deck with 1 away here for the Mustangs. Trailing 9-1 and a swing and a miss for a strikeout. 3-pitch strikeout there for Peyton Gall, and now McKenna Alexander was walked last time she was at the plate.
West Fargo shortstop, McKenna Alexander.
That's 5 strikeouts now for Peyton Gall, as this one's fouled away for strike 1. Hour and 10 minutes, time of the ball game so far. And this one, grounder, hard grounder to Roltson. She'll fire it over to Falk for the second out on a 6-3. That'll bring up Riley Joseph. Oh wait, check that. I'm sorry, I was out behind myself here. We're at the end of the fourth now, so let's see here. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Riley Joseph is indeed the next batter, but for the other team when we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
All right, welcome back. It's the top of the 5th here at West Fargo Sheyenne High School. High school softball between cross-conference opponents, the Jamestown Blue Jays from the WDA and the Sheyenne Mustangs from the EDC, as that pitch is fouled away for a strike. And it's 0-1 to the batter, Riley Joseph, the sophomore, who is also 0 for 1, walked and a strikeout on her 2 trips to the plate today. And the 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss for strike 2. Total of 4 strikeouts, 2 of them to Lexi Burke for the Mustangs, and now she has 3 strikeouts. A 3-pitch strikeout there that brings up McKenna Jackson out
Center
number
fielder
1.
number 1, McKenna Jackson.
Hour and 12 minutes, time of the game now. Bottom half of the 4th was probably the less than a minute. It seemed like it didn't take very long at all. McKenna Jackson 0 for 1, hit by a pitch and then line drive out to Alexander, the shortstop, on her last trip to the plate. 2 balls and no strikes, the count. Final home game of the year here for the Sheyenne Mustangs. They'll have a game or 2 on the road, I believe. I haven't had a chance to look at their schedule before coming in here today. I ended up taking a little bit longer nap on the couch than I expected, so. 2 balls and a strike now. And 3 balls and a strike. Martin Rasmussen is on deck as we'll return to the top of the order here after McKenna Jackson finishes her at bat. And that one will sneak its way into left field. Good for a single and another hit. Puts a runner on first and brings up Martin Rasmussen.
Jackson brings up the top of the order and Martin Rasmussen.
Rasmussen hit the grand slam in the top of the first to give the Blue Jays an 8-0 lead. She is 1 for 3 with a strikeout, the grand slam, and then a 1-3 ground out back to Lexi Burke on her last time at the plate. Pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. And that one will find its way into left field. That's good for a single. That'll advance Jackson up to second. Now bring up Alyssa Ganji.
Left fielder Alyssa Ganji.
Ganji 3 for 3 with a single. Let's see here. A single to right to lead things, are the first hit of the game, and then a little single that floated right in front of the batter's box. And then on her last trip to the plate, she popped one out that took a slow trip over the center field wall for a solo home run to make our score where it sits right now at 9-1. And this one grounded towards right. It'll sneak by a diving Geisler into right field. Rounding third is Jackson. The play at the plate, they got her. 2 away. So runners on second and third. Ganji will reach on a fielder's choice. That brings up Ella Roldson now. Walk, a single, and a fly out, and a fouled away pitch for strike 1.
Ella Roldson.
$11 hits now for the Blue Jays. And the pitch. And that one's popped up and fouled away out of play. Good for a strike, and it's 0-2. Two out base runners on second and third. Alyssa Ganji on second and Martin Rasmussen on third. The batter is Ella Roldson. The 0-2 is up high for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck, if Roldson can reach, is Jenna Fisher.
Did you? Didn't it?
2 away, 2 runners in scoring position, and the 1-2. And this one, a 2-hopper off the glove of Alexander. And now an error, and 1 run will score to make it 10-1. See if they put 1 or 2 errors on the board. I know you get at least 1 error on that. And they will just put 1 error. So that puts runners on the corners until Roldson takes second. So runners on second and third now. And it's 1 ball and no strike to the batter, Jenna Fisher. 1 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice, a fly out and a single to left down the third base line on her most recent trip. As that pitch comes in low, 2 balls and no strikes. So Alyssa Ganji standing on third. Ella Roldson has advanced up to second on a stolen base. And now a pass ball is going to score Ganji from third. Play at the plate is safe. Run will score, and Roldson will go into third, and that makes it 11-1. 3 balls and no strikes, and now the 10-run rule is in effect. If this score holds, the Mustangs will need to score at least 1 in the bottom of the 5th to keep this game going. That one will be a single on the center field, and now they'll need to score at least 2 to keep this game going, as Roltson will score from third on the RBI single to center by Fisher. And it is 12-1 in favor of Jamestown. Not often that you see a batter swing on a 3 balls, no strike count, but she did on that one and made it count. Caitlin Falk, 1 for 3, hit the home run in the top of the first to give the Blue Jays a 4-1 lead. A ground out, a strikeout, and now a single to center, and that pushes Fisher up to second. Or no, check that. Yes, it does push her up to second. And that brings up Peyton Gall, the pitcher. So runners on first and second. Peyton Gall, 1 for 3, struck out swinging, then a ground out to the pitcher, and then she singled into shallow right on her most recent trip to the plate. And the pitch missed for a ball, and it's 2 balls, no strikes to the North Dakota Softball All-Stars. Number 12 she'll wear on the back of her jersey during the All-Star game in June. And this one heading out into left center, and that will go all the way to the wall. Rounding third is Fisher. She will score. Heading into third is Falk. She's going to round third. The throw's on the way. The throw will not be in time, and it's a 2-run double to left center for Peyton Gall to make it 14-1 here. And we might have an early finish here, depending on what the Mustangs can do in the bottom of the 5th. Of course, most of the damage done in that first inning. They scored 8 in the first inning, 1 in the 4th, and 5 so far here in the 5th.
Third baseman, Sid Couts.
And Sid Couts is 0 for 2. A walk, a ground out to the pitcher, and a fly out to right. And that pitch comes in high inside for a ball, and it's 1-1. One ball and 2 strikes now to Sid Couts. 2 away, Riley Joseph is on deck if Couts can reach base. And the pitch, and that one's fouled into the dirt. It'll remain 1-2. At last check at halftime, it was 1-1 between the Mustangs and the Knights over at Essentia Health Mustang Stadium, just off to right field there in your screen. That game is live on Magnitude. This one will be batted down by Narum, and she'll pick it up, step on the bag for the force out. And the unassisted ground out will end the inning, so they'll leave 1 stranded on base, but it's a 14-1 game as they get 5 across the plate here in the 5th. And now the Mustangs need to score at least 4 to keep this game going into the 6th. We'll see if they can do that when we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Davies working left to right. They set up Van Dam with the 2-hand slam off the alley-oop. Give the assist to Cole Haynes.
Did you miss any part of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Magnitude's DVR feature puts instant replay instantly into your hands. Revisit a big player score, watch a delayed version of this game, and then click live at any time to return to the live broadcast. Now you don't have to miss the game-winning buzzer beater, your son's 79-yard touchdown run, or your daughter's set-sealing ace serve. Thanks for watching Magnitude Sports.
Outside Satter. Step back 3, number 12. He got it! 7 in the first half and 5 so far here in the second half.
All right, 14-1 Blue Jays. 8 in the first inning, 1 in the 4th, and 5 in the 5th. And now they lead 14-1. Mustangs got their lone run in the bottom of the 1st.
Catcher number 20, Eddie Rolstad.
Fouled away for a strike. And instead of Kayla Saylor here, we'll have Addie Rolstad, who is wearing number 20 today instead of number 18, and she'll fly out to center. That's out number 1. And now, let's see here, scheduled batter is Kyra Narum, and it will be Kyra Narum. Threw 57 pitches in the top half of the first inning. Got 2 strikeouts, and then as soon as they made the pitching change, she caught a pop fly in foul territory at first base to end the inning. So Kyra Narum accounts for all 3 outs in the first inning of play. 2 from the circle, 1 from first base. 0-1 here to Narum. Fly out and a ground out. Fly out to left and a ground out to short. And she might ground out to short again. No, it's going to be a high throw. And she will advance to second on the error. And that's the first error of the game here for Jamestown.
Sheyenne pitcher, Alexis Burke.
So that brings up Lexi Burke, 0 for 2, a fly out, pop out to the pitcher, and then a strikeout. And this one takes a sharp hop in front of the batter's box and right into the glove of Dowdy, and that will be a 4-3 ground out for out number 2 of the inning. Mustangs will advance their runner to third. That's Narum.
Baseman Maddie Buchert.
And now Maddie Buchert. An RBI double to left and a walk. 1 for 1 officially. And Maddie Buchert is responsible for the 1 run so far. She scored on a RBI double by Kate Geisler a couple times around the batting order ago. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Buchert. Peyton Gall, I have her down unofficially for 63 pitches now. 43 of them have been columned into the strike category. 2-1. Time of the game so far, 1 hour and 25 minutes. And the 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. Once again, runner on third is Kyra Narum. And the Mustangs, with 2 outs, need at least 4 runs to send this game to the 6th inning. And she'll be walked for the 2nd time in this game. And that'll put runners on first and third for Kate Geisler.
Second baseman number 4, Kate Geisler.
2 for 2, an RBI double to left center and a single down the third base line. And that pitch kind of floated up high and then dropped into the strike zone at the last moment there. 0-1 the count here to Geisler. First and third, the runners, and sharply hit ball that goes foul down the first base line for strike 2. Maddie Buchert, runner on first. Kyra Narum, the runner on third for the Mustangs, with 2 away here in the bottom half of the 5th. And that one fouled away, and she'll stay alive for at least 1 more pitch. As will remain 0-2. Peyton Gall with 5 strikeouts here in this contest so far. And that'll be a hopper towards Roltson, but it'll sneak by her, and scoring is Narum. And they'll have struggled to pick that one up out in the outfield there. I believe that might be recorded as a hit and an error. We'll see how they put it up on the scoreboard, and they do put up a hit. And it'll just be a hit. So that will score Narum from third on another RBI by Geisler.
Center fielder Caitlin Cease.
So that brings up Caitlin Cease, 0 for 2, strikeout and a flyout. Runners on, Maddie Buchert on third, Kate Geisler on second. And the 0-2 is fouled away, and it'll remain 0-2. 75 pitches now for Peyton Gall. And the 0-2. And this one popped up and it'll bounce or go over the head. Got to stretch it first. Or did they? They did not. It's going to be an RBI single for Caitlin Cease. And the Mustangs have a 14-4. They need one more run to send this to the 6th inning. And that one is fouled away. So a little blooper over the pitcher for Cease. Puts her on first with a single as they could not quite throw her out. She was able to run out the throw out. That one fouled away, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Zaria Anderson, the batter, 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. 2 outs, and the Mustangs need one more run to keep this game going. That one will miss, ball 1. 1-2 the count. This is pitch number 80 for Gall. Grounder that will, oh, it's off the foot of Caitlin Cease, and that's going to end it. That'll be an automatic out, and that will be your final score. Jamestown Blue Jays 14 and the Sheyenne Mustangs 4. As we wrap this one up here, time of the game, 1 hour and 29 minutes. We'll take a short break, come back with your post-game show right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
All right, welcome back as we go to our post-game show here. And the Jamestown Blue Jays with a huge first inning, able to hold off a potential rally here by the Mustangs to push it to the 6th, and they'll win via the 10-run rule. 14-4 is your final score in favor of the Blue Jays. In the top half of the first, Maren Rasmussen would strike out for out number 1. Alyssa Ganji would get on base with a single. Ella Roldson would be walked to put runners on first and second. Jenna Fisher would reach base on a fielder's choice that would score Alyssa Ganji to make it 1-0. Caitlin Falk would step up on a 2-1 pitch, smack it hard and high and way gone over the left field wall for a 3-run homer to make it 4-0. Peyton Gall would step up and strike out, and that would be the second strikeout of the game for Kyra Narum. And then Sid Couts would reach base on a walk. Riley Joseph would also reach base on a walk. McKenna Jackson would reach base via hit by a pitch. And then Maren Rasmussen would step up on a 3 balls, 1 strike count. She would hit the ball high and deep to left field for a grand slam to make the score, let's see here, 8-0 at that point in the game. Alyssa Ganji would be the next batter. She'd reach base on a single. Ella Roldson would reach base on a single. And then the Mustangs would make their 3rd trip to the circle in the first inning of play. And they would make a pitching change, pulling in Lexi Burke from first base, pushing Kyra Narum over to first. And then on the very next pitch, the first pitch of the game here by Lexi Burke, Jenna Fisher would pop it out, foul territory towards the first base bag, and Kyra Narum would make the catch to end a nightmare first inning here for the Mustangs. We'd go to the bottom of the first. Kyra Narum would fly out to left. Lexi Burke would pop out to the catcher, and then Maddie Buchert would reach on a double. Kate Geisler would also double. That would score Maddie Buchert to make the game 8-1 at that point. And then Caitlin Cease would strike out to end the first inning of play. We'd move to the top of the second. It'd be Caitlin Falk grounding out on a 4-3. Peyton Gall and Sid Couts, back-to-back batters, both grounding out on a 1-3 on a 1-2-3 inning in the second there for the Mustangs on the Blue Jays. And then in the bottom half of the second, Zaria Anderson and Morgan Haugen would both get caught window shopping on strikeouts. McKenna Alexander would reach base on a walk, and then Kayla Saylor would ground out on a 4-3 for the third out of the inning and end the top half of the second. Moving ahead to the third, it would be Riley Joseph striking out. McKenna Jackson on a line drive out to the shortstop for out number 2. And then Maren Rasmussen, the top of the order, would ground out back to the now pitcher Lexi Burke on a 1-3. And it'd be back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for the Blue Jays here in the top of the second and third. Moving to the bottom of the third, Kyra Narum. Let me double check here my notes here. Yes, Kyra Narum would ground out to short, and then Lexi Burke would strike out for outs 1 and 2. Maddie Buchert would reach base on a walk. Kate Geisler would hit a single that would score Maddie Buchert. At that point, it was 8-2. Let's see here. No, I'm an inning ahead of myself. We're only in the fourth inning here. My bad. Zaria Anderson, unassisted ground out to first. Morgan Haugen with a strikeout, and McKenna Alexander with a ground out to short would end the fourth inning of play. We'd go to the top of the fifth. And then, let's see here, where are we at? It would be Riley Joseph striking out for out number 1. McKenna Jackson would reach base on a single, but then later be tagged out as she was coming from third to home for out number 2. And then Maren Rasmussen would get on base with a single. Alyssa Ganji would get on base with a fielder's choice. Ella Roltson would get on base via an error that was charged to the shortstop, and that same error would score Maren Rasmussen. And then Jenna Fisher would reach base on an RBI single that would score Alyssa Ganji. And Caitlin Falk would reach base on a single. And then Peyton Gall would double, and that double would score 2 runs to make the score 14-1. Sid Couts would then ground out unassisted to first to end the top half of the fifth. And then the Mustangs in the bottom half of the fifth inning would start with a fly out to center as Addie Rolstad would come in and take over the number 9 batting spot for Kayla Saylor. Then we return to the top of the order. Kyra Narum would reach base on an error, and then Lexi Burke would ground out to second. Maddie Buchert would reach base on a walk, eventually advance over to third. Kate Geisler would reach on a single. She would score, or that would actually be an RBI single that would score Maddie Buchert. Caitlin Cease would score on a 2-run single, a little blooper that went over the head of Peyton Gall. And as a result of the attempted throwout at first, both Maddie Buchert and Kate Geisler would score to make the score 14-4. And then Zaria Anderson would step up to the plate. And on a 2-1-strike count, she would hit it towards the gap between first and second, but unfortunately the ball would hit Caitlin Cease in the back of the left foot, and hit by the ball would be the third out of the game, and that would end it to bring us to our final score of 14-4 here in the ball game. So the Jamestown Blue Jays come to West Fargo and pick up a W, and they head back to play some more conference games against WDA opponents after today. That'll wrap it up for our season here at Sheyenne. We still have some more sports, but this is the final home game for Sheyenne. I want to say thanks once again to the Sheyenne Booster Club, as well as our other sponsors, including Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic, Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union, and Go Promo, and all those individuals, companies, organizations, booster clubs were generously supportive to help make these spring sports broadcasts possible here for the Sheyenne Mustangs, both their softball and their soccer team. And at last check, it was 1-1. Let's take one final check at the soccer game and see if we can get you an update. That is live on Magnitude. If you want looking for more sports, you can switch over to that game here. And I should know in a couple seconds here. Nope, I pulled up our softball game by mistake. Let's pull up the soccer game. It is still 1-1 with about 11 minutes left in the second half between the Sheyenne Mustangs and the Grand Forks Central Knights. So once again, 1-1 tied up. That game has about 11 minutes. You can catch the conclusion of that here on Magnitude Sports. Once again, your final score from Sheyenne High School. Jamestown Blue Jays 14, Sheyenne Mustangs 4. Thanks so much for watching. We might see you in postseason. We'll see what happens here. And once again, msportsnet.com for our upcoming schedule. We still have some Minnesota baseball and softball and a few more Sheyenne soccer games for you as well. Have a great night.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to order a DVD copy of this broadcast, simply visit msportsnet.com/DVD.